boys don't play that anymore. They will tell you, "But your father doesn't have those things. So how you gonna expect me to have those things?" People don't play, and now more people are more educated, and especially the girls. When it comes to that, you can't date your peer and expect them to have things that you yourself don't even have. That's why most younger women that want those things date older men that have children and are married and
Hey, little mama. Hey, little mama. Hey, little mama. Hey, little
So
mama.
for this one, I just want us to quickly talk about, things that you did, because I think on the last one you spoke about, your high school journey, and it was an update, from since 4 or 5 years ago. But now I want us to get it to things that you used to do, that were kind of embarrassing, and things that were weird for me.
embarrassing to who?
Well, to you and me. So things that I found weird, that I didn't understand, things that you used to do, and I was like, what's happening? Iyahlanya, do I need to take it to therapy? You know, do I need to ngifune sangoma? And the first one that I remember clearly, firstly, is the fashion sense, because I didn't understand that at all. But doesn't screw. What was that?
That's easy.
Latwizi. Latwizi. Those jeans were this big. This was one leg, because it was like a parachute jean yakho. This was just one leg. Nama boots angaka sindayo, like, and then you'd wear like a hat and those glasses that look like,
The white K classes.
some black and white, Men in Black movie. Like, so there were a couple of things that phase for me was just weird, and we were listening to some different music as well.
Yeet.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was that dance that you used to?
That was Ice Spice.
Oh, that was that the Yeet dance.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that phase for me, I never understood that. But no, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say much because I don't want you to feel
You
awkward.
said a lot. You said much. You said a lot. I just didn't care what people thought.
But for
Those
you,
got it, got it. It was
mm,
so cool back then.
but when you look back now, it's probably embarrassing, right?
It is very embarrassing. Even the thought of it makes me cringe.
Mm.
It was very embarrassing. Well, now it's embarrassing. But back then, it was cool.
So, from your side, what were some of the rules that you thought were ridiculous from my side?
The bedtime rules. Shit. I felt like I was in primary school.
But that was for a reason. I think,
No.
yeah, it was for a reason. If it was up to you, you'd be sleeping at 3 a.m. like you are doing currently. You'd be sleeping at
Not in
3
school
a.m. and
because
then
I was
wake up
already
tired.
tired from school. But yeah, that's also the taking off my phone when you took my phone for the whole week, and then only get my phone Friday after school. I even had to remind you, and then it's like I didn't have a phone. I didn't have a phone.
Okay, but you still don't understand why that was important.
No, I feel like the first one where after school you took my phone. That one made sense for me. Because okay, after school obviously I have to come back, do my schoolwork. So at four you took my phone. The
But
one where you took my phone every day, it was actually making my life so difficult.
why was it making your life
Because now
difficult?
it was hard to communicate with people to ask for certain things. It was hard to even get certain things, schoolwork, everything.
Doesn't
And
matter.
also, it was hard to be
It was just
without
it was
TikTok.
just hard for your social life. Just say that.
Yes, I
Yes,
wasn't sure
social
I'm
life.
getting there.
Yeah, so don't.
I didn't
Why are you
have
trying to
get to
make it
watch
seem like?
TikTok now. Um,
But that was the whole point. You still not see it. You still not understand it. I mean, this is something that you want to have kids, and you
no,
realize
I
this.
understand. The part is I didn't understand why you took it for the whole week.
But that's
I
what I'm trying to
I'm
explain
still
to you.
saying the one way you gave my phone in the morning and I went to school with my phone and then I came back. That part made sense and you took my
Okay,
phone.
let me explain why the week one worked best and better. It's because your social life is distracting. And in fact, social life is distracting for everybody. It's worse when you're in high school because now you get caught up. kwizinto ezenzakalayo during the day, and you're just like thinking about that whole thing throughout the day, you know. So instead of focusing on your work at school as well, you're busy thinking about, oh, I want to, you know, or I need to get an update on this. So you constantly want to scroll on your phone because your life is on your phone. That's the one of the reasons why it was important to take, so that we remove the distraction completely for the whole week. So you're not really thinking of what's happening on social media and on your on with your friends as well on the socials, and that was the whole idea of taking the phone away for a week. Because obviously, if you have it during the day and then I take it later on for a few minutes, you spend the whole day with that phone already scrolling, meaning what you were distracted the whole day.
But you don't use your phone the whole entire. There's
You
at
guys
school.
did, don't lie.
No, you don't use your phone the whole entire time. I didn't because
You might
I
have
was
not,
with
but
my friends,
and I wouldn't know
so
the
we're
team.
talking with my friends. Like there wasn't time to be here, and I also didn't have a social life or a phone enough till today.
Yeah, but it's distractions. It's not just the social life, but
But
also the TikToks, the
I didn't have
Instagrams.
TikTok at school.
You did have TikTok and Instagram,
At school, no, because I didn't have like
but on
enough
your phone you
data for
did.
that. Yes. How do you, how do you use those things like at home with the Wi-Fi? So at home, I understood why you took my phone. Obviously, because yeah, TikTok is addictive. IG reels are addictive, and I would stay there for hours with TikTok.
And
That was
also learning to
nonsense.
limit like screen time is actually a good habit, like good practice, because screen time is very, even for me, and I struggle with that at my age. Like I need to consciously say, when I wake up, I'm not gonna touch my phone from this time until this time, where I'm just focusing on work. So you at this age learning to deal with the distraction like that is kind of difficult because you don't even see it as a problem. Because you still don't see it as a problem, you know? But it is a distraction, and screen time really does affect you because you end up spending way more time on. And I mean, your TikTok used to tell me, it still does. Namaj Lumkai has spent so many hours.
Hi,
I don't know
why?
why.
That's invasion
I
of
don't know
privacy.
why it
I
tells me. I think I
told you.
registered as a family thing when you were still in high school.
Invasion of
It's
privacy.
invasion of
And I
privacy.
got my
And as
TikTok
a
in
way to also
primary
help
school.
you, yeah.
I got my TikTok in primary in grade 7 during lockdown.
Yes, when you registered for TikTok, I think I registered you under the family profile. So that's why I used updating it. She has now spent so many hours on TikTok, you know. So that was
It
some of the reasons.
updates you, but doesn't update me.
I don't know about you. It doesn't really care about you. It's like you as a parent, you need to do something about your daughter. She's spending too much time on this
See,
damn
now you know I don't spend too much time on
app.
apps, any app.
Now I don't really pay attention. And at this point, if you haven't realized, right, I don't know if you realized, but in the last episode you were saying, Uchi, you needed more independence and. But I've actually right now I've allowed you to do you to some extent, obviously, because I can't let go completely. That would be crazy. I'm still a parent after all, and I'm still again. But I can't allow you to, just. But I've given you a lot more leeway. You wake up at 11 o'clock. That is crazy. That is
No,
unheard of.
that's normal.
That is not normal.
It's normal.
Go to any black household namanje.
It's
Bangahlanya
normal.
bogogo nabomama, if they were to hear that you wake up at 11 o'clock.
It's normal.
And I'm like,
Most teenagers wake up at this time.
yeah, but it's something that Tina, it was an anomaly for us because waking up that late, ubushayo buthethiswa nanani ukuthi wawuvuke emini, you know, uzoyenza nini ngadi, uzopheka nini,
That's the thing.
izinto ezinjalo. When are you gonna do
I
things that
don't
need to be
have
done?
things
Ama
like that
chores
to be
nanani.
done.
Yeah, but the reason why you don't have that is because I have
It's
grown
not
from what my
you.
parents were.
I
I have
wouldn't
this.
allow
I am a
myself to
different
go through
person, and I
such
try.
things. I would never.
Why can't you just give me my flowers?
But
I
okay.
have grown, from what our parents were, So I've learned to also give you a bit of independence so that you learn certain things yourself. So, I mean, school was about teaching you structure, and then now life is about teaching you choices, But choices do come with
Consequences.
consequences, yes. So that's where we are right now, letting you make the decisions and then realizing the decision you're making is not really working for you, like you were saying currently, Uti. you realize that waking up late is actually, it's killing you because it drains your energy, nana, which is what happens when you oversleep or when you sleep until late. But waking up in the morning, you get to do the things that you need to do early, right, and you still have the whole day to do other things as well. So you learned that on your own. I didn't have to tell you that because even if I told you that, you probably would still bengizongena ngala iphume ngala nje. So this is one of the reasons why Niti, I have learned to let go nyana, as even though you're not giving me my flowers. Like ulala ngaboma 3 a.m. and I don't say anything, right?
Because you snoring, but that's nothing you can say. You're snoring.
You sleep late, you know.
You didn't even know I
You're
slept late.
basically in charge of your own schedule. I mean, even with you, Jay, I don't ask you, hey, have you done your homework or have you studied your chapters, nana, or whatever you need to do, Hey, you're writing Sasa. Make sure you open up your book. You haven't heard me say all of those things or do all of those things because I'm like, I mean, all I'm gonna tell you is that, girl, I'm paying a lot of money, so you better make sure that you pass this thing. Otherwise, if I pass it, your choices will lead to some consequences. Because if you fail it, that means you need to find a job. You must go to retail. Your sevens are called. Because that means you can't now go back to UJ. And unfortunately, I'm not gonna be paying for someone that keeps on failing. So you give me my flowers. I have let go. How? Just because now you're not out here res living your best life and going to a party like you want to. You make it seem like I even let go. Hey, time of sense I'm a bad people. Okay. That's no, this one I don't like it.
Go through it, right?
That part more than compare dating now versus when you were younger. Why must we talk about my dating when I was young?
Yes, talk about your dating, right?
Thank you.
Yes, and how it affected me. Yes.
No.
Yes, how your
how friendships work
relationships
today.
affected me.
How friendships work today versus back then. Nah.
Why are you running away from controversy?
Wafuna ngikhuluma ngami.
The number spoke about me. Most of these videos is speaking about me.
I mean, you're the one that's got.
Yes, it's good to
That's
say
going
how
through changes.
being a single parent can also affect your child. Your dating life has affected how it has affected me.
As a single parent, okay.
Yes.
As a single parent, how dating life affects me as a single parent. Well, I wouldn't say it affects me as much because I feel like I haven't said anything yet. I haven't even said anything yet. So the only thing that being a single parent, I mean, I'm sure anyone that's a single parent can attest to this. You are affected in a way that you can't just bring random people into your child's life. You gotta first make sure that it's someone that you're trying to be serious with in order before you bring them into your child's life. But yeah, other than that, it doesn't really affected me much. Just don't be bringing random people around your child because abanye abantu beza nama-bad energies and all of that. So that would be uh, the only thing that I can think of right now.
Might be helping some single parents, but just bring everybody over.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And I know with most single mothers have no choice because, well, I wouldn't say it's easy as a father because I do stay with you as my daughter, but it's usually easy for single fathers because they don't live with the children, so they can always have a normal dating life. But it's always harder for single mothers because they live with the child.
And men are just not safe.
Yeah, so in most cases, she has to introduce the child to because she can't always leave the child behind whenever she's going somewhere with their boyfriend and that. So she ends up introducing, unfortunately, the kids to a whole lot more people than she should.
That's why most single parents, mothers don't really date.
Yeah, which is also unfair because, I mean, especially if you have a child when you're still young, you still need to live the life. You still need to, I mean, thanks to your gogo, at least I had the weekends.
Yeah, every day, but okay.
I had the weekends. I was at work during the week. Then you would come home after I'd fetch you after work. You know. So my weeks were non-existent, and I was in my early 20s then. In my
Come
imagine
on,
early
you still
20s,
have your weekend, you still have your weekdays.
I don't have my weekends, man.
You
That's why I
do.
can't wait for you to go to a rest. I can't tell
You
you, man.
have
Just
me.
spacing
I
out.
just
I
mind
just
my own
maybe
business. One thing about me, I mind my own business.
yes, but do you realize that dating for a man, you know, it's different than a woman? I'm gonna explain this to you because you are 19 now. You can understand a bit, just a bit, because you're still, you know, it's different. So as a man, this is why I need to it's also unfair for the boys that are growing now because there's an unnecessary pressure that girls your age put on them. So as a man, you are expected to be the one that has a car, the one that has your own place because the girl doesn't want to go. I mean, the girl has to visit you at your place, not the other way around. Does it make sense? So even if you have your own place, no man wants to come to you or boy wants to come to your place to visit you when you're older, not when you have your own place. Generally, you'll be the one that's visiting him. Does it make sense?
Mm.
So it becomes difficult, obviously, when you have a child as a man at a young age to date because then weekends is the only time where you have your own space to yourself. There isn't Lumka roaming around here every day,
Boom, boom.
every day.
Well, I
Mhlahlela
stay in
mesh,
my room
every
actually.
day.
Let's talk about how you budge into my room. Okay.
That's not the conversation right now.
Huh?
That's not the topic. So the reason why I say it's so unfair for, and I'm gonna address this because I feel like girls your age don't understand this. It's so unfair that you guys put pressure on boys your age to have their own cars and their own places, and then also have money to take you out to expensive restaurants. Like
People are woke. There's a good thing, 21. Boys don't play that anymore. They will tell you, but your father doesn't have those things. So how you gonna expect me to have those things? People don't play, and now more people are more educated, and especially the girls. When it comes to that, you can't date your peer and expect them to have things that you yourself don't even have. That's why most younger women that want those things date older men that have children and are married and they've worked for so many years and can maintain the lifestyle that they want. That's why they don't date their age mates because you can't, like, I can't just go up to a 19-year-old and expect them to just have all those things. I mean,
I mean, you say this
yeah.
now, but most of the boys that I've had conversations with that are like in varsity, especially, but they complain Uguti, it's harder for them to date because even the girls that date them should expect some level of, that they haven't reached yet.
Yeah, I
Because they
see.
still wanna have the social media life in a way. They still wanna go out every weekend. Akanamali, inesimali
Yeah,
neswasiphelile.
she. Like, it's not difficult. You're not tied to the person. There's so many people. If someone is not for you and they don't align with your values, you leave them. Like, ufuna imali, okay, sharp, hamba thola imali. I mean, it's simple. Yeah, people like complicating dating and all those things, and then that you have to be tied to
Bayamthanda
some.
angithi how
Ah,
why
you
not
love yourself. You're like, love yourself. You first. Love yourself first before you can love other people. And if that person doesn't appreciate your efforts or anything you do for them, then that person's not for you. They don't love you clearly. So why you uthanda umuntu onga-reciprocate?
Yeah,
See?
yeah. So where do they meet these other girls that will appreciate them and love them for
No,
them
that's
as
the
broke
thing
as they are?
also. The boys, they like going for the girls that they themselves know that they won't be able to maintain.
Maintain.
Yes, they call the baddies. They like those ones. And then the ones that you see good to know this person could be my person.
So
Not
they are
and
dating beyond
also
their means.
yes, you can see this person likes flashy things, door, and then you're gonna come and you know that, and you still don't care, you still go now, yeah. Then you see, but like not everyone that's good looking and likes things expects things from other men. Some people have parents that take care of
HR
them,
presented.
yeah. And then some
Yes.
people just take care of themselves because there's also girls that do social media things and other things, so they get money from that. Especially in varsity, it's a big thing. Get money from there.
Content.
Second, yeah. So yeah, not everybody expects that. Just go for someone ocabanga njengawe, period. Like,
Stop dating out of your bracket.
yes, that's that. Even when you're older.
How would you know that? Because you haven't reached that level.
You-
Oh yeah, true. Even when you're older,
yes, it still
you,
applies.
you don't date out of your bracket. I mean, you're not gonna go and date the so-called influencers that are already in the spotlight
Yes.
for getting 500,000 a month. I
Then
can't.
when it's a figure of
Yeah.
75,000 and you expect that person to be happy with you. Ah, no.
So yeah, you only date people that will appreciate your efforts and what you bring to the table.
Yes.
This is wisdom right here. I
Taught
did
myself.
I did well. I did well.
I taught myself.
Yeah, right.
Myself.
All right, that's it for this episode.
Oh, but it,
Yeah, was there something else?
I feel like you will skip things, lah. I, you definitely skipped some things. Too bad.
I did too.